Friday Night Smackdown is in the books. We did not watch it live. I had better things to be doing with my life last night, but we're here talking about WWE Smackdown. 28th of March 2025. Alright, folks, are you ready? Are you entertained? Let's get into it and let's discuss it. From London, Smackdown TV tapings. I've been in a hallway, traced my freedom. Cody Rhodes comes out. A few nights, be standing in this ring with John Cena, in this city, in this arena. Because obviously, Big Match John is coming to Raw on Monday, and it begs the question. It's like, well, where is John? If he was in Glasgow and if he was in London, well, he's going to be in London. Where is he? I mean, he's just flying back and forth to Africa. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he's just cutting these shitey promos and not getting physical because there's like some, dare I say, clause, but then he wrestled at the Chamber. I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't even know what's happening with it at the minute. Then Randy Orton goes, I had a hand on me, I understand. He's like, I remember you, Cody, breaking into the business. You breaking your ass as hard as anyone else would. I mean, breaking his ass hard sounds a little bit gay there, you know what I'm saying? But whatever Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes got up to behind closed doors, that's fair enough, right? He basically just runs down everything Cody's done in his career since coming back, and it's like, just repeating what happened in the past is not a story. You know what I mean? It's just him. It's just Randy Orton talking about wins and losses, and a lot of them are wins because Cody Rhodes is forced down our throat. He's like, you know what? I'm not gonna be a card and kick you in the balls, but I'll look you in the eye and I'll tell you, I'm coming for that title. Cena's going for 17. I'm coming for 15 at some point. Then you hear the swords clang together. Drew McIntyre comes out, Scooby Doo and all that stuff. You know the score. Back and forth here. Drew's like, it'll be me. It won't be Cena. It won't be Drew. It'll be me. And Drew gets asked to cut through the BS. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. And it's like, all right then. Then official Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton tonight. I mean, that's a decent match to get on a SmackDown. I can't bash it too much, but Cody Rhodes just came across here as a fucking jobber. I mean, you look at the three guys in the ring, right? Randy Orton, who I think's boring, Drew McIntyre, who I actually like, and then you get Cody Rhodes. Who looks like the world champions in there? It's Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. Two big fucking guys. Randy Orton's been around the block, you know what I mean? Main event level for like 20 odd years. Drew McIntyre, looks the part. He just gets jobbed out left, right, and centre. And then you get Cody Rhodes, who just comes out, man. He said about three fucking things, and then he just has to sit there while the rest of them talk. He's a jobber. We then had match one, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins versus Elton Prince and Kit Wilson, mate, for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Of course, Elton Prince and Kit Wilson are from London, so did the crowd really care about them? Not overly much, because why would they? Two fucking jobbers at the end of the day. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins win. I mean, it was a basic match. There wasn't really much to talk about. There wasn't much botches either. We then took a look at Selena Vega, who's apparently with Katana Chance and Caden Carter now. Oh, that's brilliant. Then we've seen Alba Fire and Piper Niven show up to the arena to check, make sure that it's safe. Brilliant. Selena's like, I'm small, but this small threat's a big threat for the title. Brilliant. Yeah. Then it was announced, I don't really know what this is, folks, that the WrestleMania 13 match between Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin is being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and they will be at the ceremony. I don't really know what that means. Are we getting this every year? Because by God, we are going to get some shit matches inducted. I mean, matches. I mean, I have no faults with this match. Fuck, it's epic. You know what I mean? It's definitely one of the best Mania matches of all time. But I think inducting matches is very marky, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's very Dave Meltzer. And, this match deserves it. But, like, how later down the line are we going to be inducting fucking, like, Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, if it even happened, I don't know. Paul Heyman then arrives in the arena with Roman Reigns. They follow closely behind. Match 2, Caden Carter, Katana Chance versus Piper Niven and Alba Fire. Just look at the first two matches on this card, man. absolute jobbers across the board. Nothing good happening. Absolute pish, basically. You know what I mean? Just absolute disaster. No good enough. No having it. It's shite. It's no what we're after here, motherfucker. It's no what we're after. We then had Piper Niven and Alba Fire picking up the victory. Piper Driver 1, 2, 3. Then after the match, Chase and Carter get battered. And then what happened? Chance not even Chase. Celia Fagan's doing. Is this the 3-on-3 match going into Mania? That would be bogging. LA Knight walks backstage. Yeah. We then have match number 3. LA Knight versus Braun Strowman for the United States Championship. Match is pretty close, but then out comes Jacob Fatu, hits with a flying back elbow. The referee calls for the bell. Braun Strowman wins. Disqualification. Knight retains the title, obviously. Big brawl. I mean, honestly, man, like Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu again. You know what I mean? Oh, you know, he does a double moonsault. Oh, he does another one. Who cares? You know what I mean? Who honestly cares? See, using moonsaults as offense, it's like seeing people would punch each other. See if you're in a real fight, right? You'll punch each other. You know what I mean? And you'll do like takedowns. Hell, we might even do submissions. I don't know, right? But one thing you're not going to do is moonsaults. You know what I mean? Are you going to be battering somebody and then run up the fucking bin and do a moonsault and try and land on them? Of course you're not. It just comes across as really fucking funny, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, who cares for this? This is going to be a triple threat match at Mania, probably. We then see what happened between Jimmy Uso and Gunther on Raw. Slapped them. Brilliant. Jimmy says, I'll do it again. Jay's up in his head because he's 3-0 against Gunther. Does not mean he cannot win. He will bust Gunther's ass on Monday and then Jay will win at Mania. So hold on. Jimmy Uso thinks he's going to beat Gunther like that on Monday and then Jay's going to win at Mania. If that's the case, Jimmy, then why didn't you win the Rumble? Why aren't you challenging Gunther? Just makes no fucking sense, man, doesn't it? No. Miz then says, it's funny that Jimmy's now a tough guy rather than being the other Uso that was then scheduled. These two are going to have a match tonight. We go to commercial. Solo Sikoa and Tammy Tonga interrupt Jacob. It's like, why are you in business for yourself? He's like, I don't need your approval. Solo then tells Jacob to lower his tone. But then he says when it comes to Braun Strowman, he'll be the last man standing. Seriously, like, who gives a fuck? Out comes Naomi. Fucking awful promo. Oh, the Bianca. It was me, had your back since day one. Not Jade. I'm gonna advise Jade Cargo. Then Nick Aldis is in his office. She's like, where's Naomi? And then Nick's like, no one's seen her. Jade's like, I'll get my hands on her. Then B-Fab and Michin tell Jade what Naomi did was trash. And fucking hell, man. What we doing here? This was absolute crap. We then seen a video vignette hyping up the return of Aleister Black. Like, what are we doing here? Seriously, like, no, like, someone tell me, what are we doing here? We then saw, like, one later on the night for Rey Fenix, and apparently Miro's coming back at the end of 2025. Like, no, I don't get, right? Do they not learn for, like, rehiring people? Look at Andrade, right? And there's about a million other examples. But why rehire people? See, unless you've actually got a fucking plan about what to do with them, why rehire them? You know what I mean? We live in a current era of WWE where there's a lot of guys that I think could be world champion. I feel like in the past, even though in better eras, like there's only like one or two. You know what I mean? Like I've stuck up for Roman, Seth, and Punk. That match should be for the title. We'll get to that later on. You got Randy Orton, could be in a world title match, even though he's boring. Drew McIntyre absolutely should be. You know, there's so many guys that should be next in line for like another run. What is the need of bringing these failed fucking has-beens that couldn't make it 10 years ago, went to AEW, stank the shit bed out, and now they're coming here? I just don't get it. We then had a bit of a brawl backstage with Jade Cargill checking on Fab. Naomi battered her. Jade then runs to the back. Charlotte then makes her way to the ring. Those two look at each other. Those two looked at each other about fucking 20 months ago and nothing ever came of it, man, so who cares? Match number 4, Michin versus Charlotte Flair. Charlotte wins after about 2 minutes. Brilliant. Jackie's then asked about the interview asked Tiffany about the interview last week. Charlotte's like, oh, she loves to talk. She's a 25-year-old rookie who lost to Charlotte Flair. We'll see. Charlotte's ego is massive. Well, it's staying Vegas. Doesn't really matter, because I'm walking out of Mania with a championship, brother. We then had match 5, Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. Brilliant. What I love to see. Could you sound any less enthusiastic? Probably not, but Drew wins. You know what, it's a decent match to have on SmackDown. We can't just pretend that everything fucking sucks, but the reality is this should be happening like every week, and we don't get these sort of matches every week. But Drew wins, pretty much clean. Yeah, no complaints. Kevin Owens then batters him after the match, and then he almost gets punted, and Orton runs away. Brilliant. We then cut backstage. It's revealed that Naomi's facing B-Fab next week. Brilliant. Match 6, Miz versus Jimmy Uso. Jimmy wins. Yeah, Drew McIntyre walks back. He bumps into Lewis Capaldi. Oh, brother, we'll go to the bar. You're a Celtic man and I'm a Rangers man. But we're alright today. They then, well, I mean, Capaldi goes out one exit and Drew goes out the other. So, whatever happened there, your brother Billy, right, whatever fucking happened there. Then Priest battles him. You get into a bit of a brawl. He's like, you know what, when I don't get... Well, he said before, if I don't get cheated, I win. Yeah. But then Drew, mate, there's plenty of times you get fucking rolled up, don't you? You know what I mean? That's not really cheating. Gets chokeslammed through a car. You know, a decent segment. I have no real complaints for that. Then we get our main event, don't we? We get our main event of the evening. We get Roman coming out. Roman Reigns, Roman, yeah, sing for your tribal chief, boy. And then they're all pointing up, acknowledge me. It comes Seth Rollins, just does a bit of fucking line. 10 years ago, we powerbombed The Undertaker through that table. Ha 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 ha. When I put on women's clothing and forgot how to fucking be a wrestler. Yeah, fuck off, Seth, alright. Then Punk came out. He signed the contract. Roman Reigns like, yo, we're on TV time, Junior. It's like, fuck off, Roman Reigns. This guy thinks he fucking is somebody. You know, he's a fucking jobber of the highest magnitude. He's not really a jobber, but you get my point. It's like, the machine has been so far behind this guy, he doesn't know how to be a face. Like, even his mannerism here is just like, you know, he was so bad as a face. When he goes back to a face, it kind of just has to go to, you know, factory mode heel. Heyman then sits down beside Punk. He's like, I know what you're looking for in there. And yes, you will main event WrestleMania. And they're both crying. And Roman Reigns is like, right, that's good. And then Seth, no, I do not accept this. Why does he get to main event WrestleMania? Nah. And it's just like, fuck off, man. You know what I mean? Like, there's no title on the line, right? How much better would this match be if the title was on the line? It's a fucking disgrace that the title isn't on the line. It really is. They sign the contract. He thanks Roman and he says, but that's not the favour that I'm owed. Seth Rollins is fucking pathetic, right? He is. I don't give a fuck. Why is Seth Rollins so sad that CM Punk main event at Mania? Rollins, mate, you main event at Mania. You cashed in the Mania main event and walked away with the championship. Doesn't matter what CM Punk does on night 1 of WrestleMania. He is not walking away with a championship. You know what I mean? Could you imagine Benoit when he won the Rumble in 2004? Gurning his eyes out. Because I get to main event Mania. No, he gurned his eyes out at the end when he won the championship and celebrated with fucking Eddie Guerrero. No, not because he main evented Mania. I'm not saying main event Mania is a small deal, right? It is, but it's not the true main event. It's no night 2. And until Punk actually main events night 2, can we really say he's a WrestleMania main eventer? I don't think so. The same way anyone that's main evented night 1, I wouldn't consider them. Personally. Anyway, that's your SmackDown. A lot better than Raw, but that's because Raw was fucking horrendous, man. I'll give this show I'll give it a 2 out of 10. It's still nowhere near what it needs to be, but there was some decent stuff, but a lot of boring shite, man. Anyway, 2 out of 10. Can we begin to get better, or is wrestling just shite? We'll have to wait and see.